Hello, hello. Come in, come in. How is everyone this evening? Welcome. Please come in, come in. How are you? Looking at the chat, somebody got a monster hoop today. Woo! That's what's up. Hello, Kim King. How are you? Terry Samples, Laura McLean, Carolina Threadplate. Well, Will. Marianne Reddick, Ronnie's Raps. Hi, Ronnie's Raps. How are you? And congratulations on your monster hoop. Sheila Cushionberry. Hi, how are you? Terry Samples. Yeah, I got myself good. I still have a bruise on my finger from snapping my finger last week like a brilliant person. How smart was that? Oh my gosh. Laura McLean, hello to you. Darth Smith, salutations and rejour to you, my dear. LC, hi. Welcome to our chat. Glam Glam, how are you? I need your permission, Miss Glam Glam. Ethel Warren, hi from Chicago. Tashia, hello. How are you? Welcome to our chat. Thank you for joining us this evening. Joni Thurman, how are you? Marianne, you say you ordered it today? Oh, I thought it said you got it today. Cool beans. Hi, Mary Brooks. Jolly on the road. Hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining our chat this evening. Kim, I miss you as well, my dear. I'll be really glad when I can hug you again. You know I love my hugs. Vicky Hamilton. Hi from Chicago. Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Debbie Legier, hello, hello. Ethel Smith, hello. Sammy Strunch, hi, welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Miss Mimi, oh, your goodness, your second time being able to join. Hi. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm glad that you're here. And Marie Bronsdorf, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. And hey, Miss Shayla McKinnon. How are you this evening? How is everyone? Yay! Let's have some fun this evening. I'm going to go ahead and grab the bell just in case we got to ring it for somebody this evening. Yas, yas. Anything? Okay. I want to make sure because it was either you or Miss Social Deb, and I definitely need to clarify before I show something. So I just want to make sure that I can show a picture. Dar Smith, thank you. Mom just came by. She came by a little while ago. Miss Social Deb. I was just talking about you and you popped up. My mom just came by to bring something she wanted me to do on the show this evening. So I'm going to do that here shortly. But she left back out. She's feeling okay. I'm still concerned. But of course, she's just like, she's all right. You know how moms go. But I appreciate you saying that. So she is a lot better than she was last week. I will say that. Let me see. Joyce Bach, Janet McKinney. Hello, hello, Matrilia. Hi, Matrilia. How are you? Will, you've got 40 of the 50 patches done so far. Well, that's awesome. You got 10 more to go. Are you counting down? Are you tired of patches yet? Those were pretty intricate patches though. So, you know, I can't really complain too much about that. Velma's Crisps, what of a kind sewing. Well, hi, and Knew It following. Thank you. I appreciate you watching our videos. That is totally awesome. I really appreciate that, and welcome. Debbie Kidd, hello, hello. Eartha Lewis, hello. Dar Smith says prayers abound for all of our moms. I know that's right, because moms are super important. We have to make sure that moms are okay all around the world. Terry Samples, thank you. I appreciate that. Will, you say you are tired of those? That's funny. And Linda Hamilton, hi, hi, hi. I wanted to really quick show something. My mom and my dad and I have started a thing where we are going to walk every morning for our health to try and get some exercise back in. We used to walk all the time when I first moved into this area, but we kind of got away from it a little bit. So because of my recent doctor's visit with my sugar levels being retarded and my mom not feeling well and my dad having a so-so visit himself, we actually decided that we would start walking. All right, so we don't have a set time yet, but it's in the morning. And as long as I'm not up late like I was last night editing video, then usually I'm up and we'll go ahead and we'll walk. Sometimes it's a really short walk depending upon how whomever feels. Like my mom hasn't been feeling that well, so we haven't walked that long. So the last walk we had was pretty short, but it's okay. We're getting in some exercise, right? So while we were walking, she came up with an idea, and I thought she was going to be here to do the idea, but I guess she didn't want to come. So she brought it here, and her thing was, because I know about the age range based on YouTube analytics, the age range roughly of most of the wonderful people who come in and join us in our live chat. She said it would be cool to do a throwback Thursday, which is not a Thursday, it's Sunday, but it's okay. She meant well. So her thing is, she wanted to do a throwback with every show and let you guys figure out what it is. And the first person that figured out what it is, she wanted to send a shirt for free on her. And I'm like, Mom, you doing the most. But I figured, what the heck, it can't hurt, and you know, give her an idea. I just really wish she was here to do it, because she doesn't like to be on camera, so I thought it would be cool to get her in and involved. But you know, that's how moms go. But then after, and it also helps us kick off this particular episode, because my thing was, I wanted us to show the fun that we have in embroidery. Miss Social Deb and Miss Glam Glam actually gave me the idea to a certain extent. We were sharing back and forth ideas of embroidery things that we've done that was fun. And Miss Social Deb had the snowballs, which, Miss Social Deb, I see you're in here. I wanted to make sure it was okay to show the picture that you posted in our Google Plus group of the snowballs that you did. And Glam Glam, I'm not sure. I think you did the paper towels, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe that was Miss Social Deb as well. But I wanted to make sure that, you know, you guys saw some of the fun things. And I have a super surprise to show you guys. Well, not really a surprise, so to speak, but another one of my students that I taught embroidery to, she also does a sewing project on the side that's really cool and a lot of fun. And she incorporated embroidery into it, and I wanted to show you guys that as well. And also, while you're in here, let folks know what it is that you embroider that's fun, you know, because not everybody knows about everything. As a matter of fact, I forgot to bring my toilet paper that I embroidered on. I was going to have that in here, and I completely forgot. But and I can grab it here in a little bit, but that was really fun for me. I enjoy doing the toilet paper, right? So we're going to kick off this fun episode with a throwback real quick. And then, according to Mom, the first person who figures it out and puts it in chat, then that person gets a t-shirt. You know, that's Mom. So you'll have to let me know your size and the color, a black t-shirt or white, and where to send it, and we'll do that. All right, so let me first of all go back and kick off some more of these comments. Linda Hamilton says, okay, if you walk, I walk. I know we have to do something, and I figure walking is very simple, easy to do, and it's a lot of fun. I enjoy walking, and then we get a lot of talking in with it as well, so it's really cool. Dart Smith says, good for all of you. Walking is the best for our hearts, health, and attitude. Yes, it is, because I do have a lot of fun. And Kim King says, you need to get big to walk for sure. I'll tell him you said that. That is hilarious. She comes, my dad, I'm big. Kim, and I'll have to tell y'all that story another time. That's an inside thing. Kim says, yay for throwbacks. Yeah, throwbacks are pretty cool. Miss Social Deb says, cool. Debbie says, setback Sunday. Okay, I like that. I'll have to let I'll have to let her know that was your suggestion. Nancy Fowl says hello from Iowa. Hello, hello. How are you? Thank you for joining us this evening. Sullivan Homesteader, hi. Sorry you're late embroidering your shawl with autumn leaves. Thanks to my video. Well, thank you. I would love to see a picture of it. If you're a part of the Google Plus group, please post it in there. I would love to see it, you guys. And also, if you're not, you're more than welcome to email me at thebabiesbooty@gmail.com and send me a picture there as well. I'd love to see your projects. That's awesome. Valerie Hill says, hey, you got your 7-in-1 fast frames in yesterday, so ring the bell. You want to ring the bell for the fast frames? We'll ring the bell for the fast frames. We'll corral the kitties. I'll ring it softly. Congratulations, Valerie Hill, on your 7-in-1 fast frames, ma'am. That is a baby, even though that's 7 babies to be naming. Ooh, that's a lot. You may not want to name those. Just leave it at their measurements, right? That is funny. Dorothy Gaston, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Will says Miss Deb did both. Okay, you showed them on his live. And Will with Carolina Thread Place is in the house tonight. He does have a channel now. So if you want to go over and follow him there, that would be awesome. Joyce Box says slide back Sunday. Okay, I like that too. That's funny. I'll let her pick what she wants to name it. Kim, thank you. I appreciate that very much, dear. You have no idea. I live to follow in your footsteps. Miss Social Deb says that would be awesome, Eve. I posted the snowballs and the paper towels. Awesome to be able to share. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Dorothy Gaston says you like to make lap scarves. That's cool. If I'm not mistaken, that's the ones that go over the legs whenever there's a little bit of a too short skirt. And the scarves that I had on the video of the tutorial I did, those would work really well for that too, but they're super long though. Sullivan Homesteader says your girlfriend did window screen with a Halloween design. That's cool. I'd love to see that too, a window screen. That's really neat. Red Roses, hello to you. BJ Alvarez, hello. PC6 Designs, hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. Janie says hi. Tracy says hi. Little Miss Boutique says hello to the 3 of you lovely people. Red Roses says you love to embroider hooded towels. Those are fun. Terry Sample says thanks to your idea on the shawls, I purchased several to embroider for Christmas gifts. Thank you. You're welcome. Those are really easy, simple to do. The ones that I have are soft. I will be selling those. Those will be available on my website here shortly. Tomorrow, actually. But they come in quite a variety of colors, and they'll be very affordable. So I look forward to sharing that with you guys as well. How do you follow Will? You can follow Will by going to YouTube on Carolina Threadbox. And his website is carolinathreadbox.com, but Carolina Threadbox is the name of the channel. Yep, Carolina Thread Place. Sorry, it's right here in the chat. If you click on the little picture beside the name, you can follow that person's channel. Let me see. Velma's Crisps One of a Kind Sewing. I like to make prayer pillows called A Pillow Full of Prayers. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'd like to really see the picture of that. Karen Caldwell says, hi, Miss Eve. Hello, Karen Caldwell. After our long chat last night. And Mary Brooks said, you also like to do lap scarves. They're a lot of fun, and they're simple to do. So the thing is, you don't always have to stick with the same old stuff. And that's what we're going to share with you guys today. I'm really super excited about it. But first, for those that just came in, I wanted to reiterate, and that's why I went ahead and went back through the chat to give more folks time to come in. But my mom had the idea to do a throwback. Looked like I froze. All right. My mom had the idea to do a throwback, and with that throwback, she wanted to bring a retro item that was mine. It's going to tell my age a little bit. And the first person to guess that and put it in the chat below, she says they get a Hoop as a Group t-shirt on her at her cost. So looking forward to starting that. So let me grab the first item. She wants to do this over the next few episodes of live, so you definitely have more opportunity. Now, this particular thing was a huge favorite of mine. Had it for many years, right? And I'm sure a lot of you will know what it is. So don't beat each other up to be the first, but the first person gets the shirt. All right, so here it comes. This was mine, right? And I knew everything about it. I knew all the songs. I knew everything, right, that you could know about this. About this baby here. This was like legit my friend, you know, to sit down and have a good time with this. So who knows? Debbie. Debbie Legere. Oh man, I can't believe y'all would confuse the two of those. That's funny. Amazing Amanda, that's hilarious. Debbie got it right. This is my Cricket baby. She was called Cricket. I don't know if you remember. You know what? I will foot a t-shirt for the next person who gets this part right. This is Cricket. What was her brother's name? Not his real name. They called it something in the commercial, if you remember what that was. What was her brother's name? So this is Cricket. She has a tape deck in her back, and I would put cassette tapes in her, and you would play the little cassette tapes in her mouth and eyes would move, and she, you know, sing songs and all that cool stuff. So this was my Cricket baby, one of my babies. I also did have a Cabbage Patch too. I did have a Cabbage Patch, for those who said Cabbage Patch, like Kim King and Suzanne. And it wasn't a Chatty Cathy. I didn't have that one, nor the Baby Alive. And Sullivan Homestead, I haven't heard of the Amazing Amanda. That's a new one. But that is Cricket. So Debbie, please be sure to email me at thebabiesbooty@gmail.com and let me know what your mailing address is so that I can send you your Hoop as a Group t-shirt. Yes, Debbie. Oh, Debbie, wait a minute. Yeah, oh, Glam Glam. Awesome. Glam Glam. It was Corky. That was his name. But it was also my buddy. They was my buddy. My buddy. Y'all remember that? Wherever I go, he goes. Don't have me singing that mess because I can't sing. But anyway, you say you swore it was possessed. Oh my gosh. You know what? When toys have the batteries in it and the batteries are dying and then they're making those weird noises, yeah, no, they got to get all up out my house. I ain't gonna lie to you. My kids had some stuff, so. Yes, congratulations, Debbie, and congratulations to Glam Glam. You guys were awesome. Thank you for joining in. My mom's gonna be happy to know that you all enjoyed that. Your husband had the My Buddy. Yeah, I didn't have that. My mom's has a My Buddy, but she got that for my son, I think. So that's at the house. But I did have a Cabbage Patch, right? And about 3 years ago, somebody broke into my parents' house and stole my Cabbage Patch doll named Gina. And I'm like, why would you steal a used, beat up Cabbage Patch doll? I don't understand that. But anyway, my mom replaced my Cabbage Patch doll. She was so frustrated with that. She replaced it. And how about she found a Cabbage Patch doll that's name in the box, the name on the baby's birth certificate says Eve. How cool is that? How cool is that? So that was just an interesting coincidence, because you don't know what name is going to be on the babies, and sure enough, and I have it out there on display because it has her name. So you had a Slinky and a set of Mickey Mouse ears. I did too. Marie, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Ronnie's Raps, yeah, the Cabbage Patch is a well-known baby. And Eddie Jr., what's up to you? Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And Dar Smith, I can't tell. In a couple of weeks, congratulations, ma'am, for making it to such a wonderful milestone of 62. I am 42. I'm 42. I am 42 years old. I'm a geezer. Somebody said, well, what does that make me? Hilarious. My bad. So at any rate, enough of that. Enough of that. I want to show off a couple of the things that we do for fun. Okay. And a lot of the fun things that are out there in the field of embroidery are easy to do in most instances, right? Just like the snowballs that I'll be showing here shortly. Those are really simple to do. The other idea that I was going to show you guys, you can find some already made and embroider on them. So there's ways to make it fun. And again, want to definitely mention some of the things for those that just came in. Let us know what are some of your favorite things, the fun things that you do when you embroider. Okay, there are actually games you could do, embroider tic-tac-toe games, memory games for kids. There's a fake food embroidery set that you can embroider for kids on embroiderylibrary.com. I mean, there's a lot out there that you really can do that's enjoyable, like fun things to embroider, and not just your typical, oh my God, I'm having to embroider a shirt or an embroider a hat or whatever the case may be. It's a lot of really cool stuff out there. And we'll be doing that. As a matter of fact, we have one video coming up on freestanding lace. Freestanding lace can be quite fun, actually. And the project that I found, the freestanding lace one that I found, is actually really cool. Even though I don't really like what it is I'm embroidering at all, but I'm going to embroider it because it's just such a cool project. So we'll be doing that. Again, the toilet paper is really cool. I can go grab that. I don't want to leave the camera though, but I could go grab that here. Oh, I know when I can go grab it. I'm gonna go grab that in a little bit. So there's a lot of things out there that you actually can do. So the first thing I wanted to show you guys was the snowballs, right? Because I was like, that's so cute. And they're easy to do. Now, the only thing is, I'm not sure where you purchase them. I know that they're available on Etsy, if I'm not mistaken, but exactly where on Etsy. I'm sure you can Google embroidered snowballs, but look at how cute that is. How totally cute is the snowballs, right? Those cute little faces. Give them to the kids, and you throw them at each other. What do you fill those with, Miss Social Deb? What are you filling with? Is it like stuffing that will go in pillows, or do you use the little pebble thingies? There's quite a few things that you can do that would fill those, and the kids could have a lot of fun with those. I think those are adorable. It would be a lot of fun to work those up. Let's see. Oh, cool. Glam said when she was young, she went to the hospital where Cabbage Patch Kids were born. That's cool. That's what's up. Miss Dar Smith, I had to think about how old I was. How many years have I been married? 20. I've been married 20 years, but my age, I just like, whatever. You get related to Scooby-Doo because of your name being Velma. Oh, well, Velma was cool. Velma was cool. She was the smart one, if I'm remembering correctly, so that's a good thing. So yeah, the snowballs are really neat. Miss Social Deb, if you're in here, fiber fill stuffing, the larger snowballs come from Embroidery Garden. So cool. That's cool. That's really cool to see. So that's one item that I came across in our Google Plus group. Actually, it was shared with us, and that was a really cute project and looked like it would be a lot of fun to do. So again, embroidery doesn't have to be your simple, stuffy, I don't want to do the same old routine everyday type things. You can actually pull in some really fun projects too in the hoop. All right, so that particular project was an in the hoop project. Now this next one was an embroidery student of mine. I had her over, taught her some embroidery, and she took it to the next level, right? And so now she's making a killing doing this particular project, and she's excellent at it, right? So let me go ahead and pull this up, and it is the stinking cutest thing ever, right? So this is what she does. It's Maggie's dog closet. And with Maggie's dog closet, she actually makes doggy outfits, right? And look at the costume. Look at that. Look at the gold cuffs on that dog. How adorable is that, right? So that's an embroidered Batman patch and an embroidered Batman on his belt, right? Embroidery. Lots of fun. Look at the doggy's Spider-Man, which is just totally freaking adorable. How cute is that, you guys? All of that on those simple costumes. If you could find a simple costume and do embroidery like that and dress it up for your doggy, easy to do. Put it on the embroidery machine and do it. That is adorable. You can find her at Maggie's Dog Closet on Facebook if you're interested in getting any of those little outfits pre-made. She also does ball gowns for dogs that size. She doesn't do them bigger. She doesn't do them any bigger. She only does the teeny dogs. But how cute is that? I'm going to grab that toilet paper while those cycle. And I hate I've forgotten the toilet paper, but those were so adorable. And she contacted me today for another design to do for the dogs. So again, something else really easy, really simple to do, that you can do with embroidery that's fun. It doesn't have to be your stuffy same old. We also have the toilet paper, embroidery on the toilet paper, and this one, in addition to the snowballs, would be a really good way to use minimal materials to make a decent profit, right? So you're talking about a package of toilet paper from the Dollar Tree where you get 4 rolls for $1. So a 25-cent roll of toilet paper, which I'm sure it's cheaper if you buy the bigger packages and break it down by roll. Then you have your embroidery design, right? This paper, as Will even brought out in his video, the paper plastic that's in here, and just a little bit of extra foil in the top, and the ribbon, all of that came from Dollar Tree. The ribbon came from Dollar Tree. The plastic outer wrap was a package from Dollar Tree, and you get a pack of, I forget how many, more than right at 10 at the very minimal. And then your foil, you can get sheets. Oh my gosh, it's very simple and fun to do, because the designs on these, just like that one says, downloading, hilarious. The designs are hilarious, right? So like Will had one up in his stand at the show that said "Let It Go" instead of let it go. Yeah, Let It Go instead of Let It Snow, or whatever the name of that movie is. I never watched the movie, so I don't know. But anyways, but they have some really funny TP designs, you know, and you can Google TP designs. I can put a link to where I got mine from in our Google Plus group. But again, something else just really simple to do, where you can do a really quick project on the 4x4 machine. Again, these are 4x4 things. The doggies patches and stuff, little doggies, so those are little patches. 4x4 machine, right? She started doing her dog designs on the 4x4 machine. All right, so you don't have to have the biggest hoop to make any kind of money with embroidery. You can do just well with 4x4, right? So let me jump over to the chat. Let me first make sure that I got all of those done. Yep. Okay, because I want to make sure that I got set out to do everything I meant to do. Let us see. So we'll go to Sharon Blake. You said you worked at Kmart when those dolls came out, and we put the dolls on a 4-high rolling carts and ran because yeah, I'm not going to talk about how I got mine. So I'm going to let my mama's name be innocent. I heard stories though. Sheila Cushionberry says you've seen some really cute freestanding lace jewelry. Yes, ma'am. We'll be doing that coming up in our fall fashion schedule. So that's going to be coming up. We have some really pretty freestanding lace jewelry to do. Jackie Howard, good evening to you too, my dear. Thank you for being here. Ethel Smith, you still have yours with her birth certificate. That's awesome. The cabbage patches were a lot of fun to have. Sullivan Homesteader, if you have a Chihuahua, hit her up. I'm trying to tell you, her gowns and her shirts, and she even has the little jacket and pants. She did an Elvis costume last year. I'm just saying. Maggie's dog closet, her name is Denise Lucas. Gorgeous work. Gorgeous, especially her gowns. Her gowns are unmatched. It's amazing to see her work. Tracy Bradshaw says on Etsy there's a shop called Nani New. She sells the snowballs. Okay, so Nani New is an option to go get the snowballs if you're interested. Dart Smith says Maggie's doll closet, wish he had so much happiness in doing what she loves. Way to go, Maggie. Yeah, Maggie's dog closet, she is dog for the doggies, but Maggie is a sweet little puppy dog, and she named the business after her, and she loves what she does, actually. And she's very good at it. Really is. So, oh, you did say her. Who would have thought we'd be so excited about toilet paper? I know, right? And the thing is, for me, the excitement comes in just sitting there thinking about how people will react to a lot of the funny stuff that's gonna be on the toilet paper. That's my favorite part, because I'll sit and chuckle at some of the designs myself. Like, I know one was, this gift is for you, it's the crappiest gift I could find, or something to that effect. It's a lot of funny little things. Some are a little crass for me, but for the most part, they're pretty funny. So there's a lot of things that you can do. Velma Crisp's one-of-a-kind sewing. I got the toilet paper idea off of your Dollar Tree video. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That Dollar Tree video was fun. Tony Collins, you sold embroidered toilet paper. Isn't it not fun to do? They're easy to do, and they're a lot of fun. That's the other thing too. A lot of the fun projects are easy to do. They're not that hard. So yeah, definitely. You do toilet paper and you just picked up some paper towels. Will, let us know when you do it. Let me see. I just saw something. Oh Lordy, my friend that does HTV does that. The toilet paper, yeah, that's a lot of fun. Red Roses, what is the stabilizer? The stabilizer that I used was just some simple mesh stabilizer. That's what I used. Because it's so thin and it's lightweight and it's behind, but it's strong. And I did it behind 2 pieces of, I folded the toilet paper, like the first sheet that you pull off is 1 sheet folded over, and it's 2 sheets. So it's technically 4 ply, and then put the stabilizer behind it. You also could use just some cutaway, lightweight cutaway. That should work as well. Dar Smith says, love that, my friend. Oh, I just said that. They're a hit. Pick a holiday and go for it. Yes. A holiday is a perfect time to give this type of design, because they have some really funny ideas. Like Will says, there is Storm Pooper, Do or Do Not, There Is No Try, and Let It Go. Let It Go was that one. And the most popular is Ho Ho Ho, I Gotta Go. So they have some really funny stuff that you can put out there on there. And Velma says the movie I'm talking about is Frozen. My bad. My kids were too old for the Disney scene by the time that movie came out, so I was like done watching movies at that point, so I apologize. Oh my goodness. Susie Sarver from Pennsylvania, welcome. Thank you for being in here with us this evening. Little Miss Boutique says, those are fun. You did some last year and want to make more for your kids and put money in it and give it to them for Christmas. You're talking about the toilet paper. That would be cool to put money down in there, and people will be like, all you give me is toilet paper, but it's actually money in the middle. So that would be neat. Eddie Jr., you just did around 10 items in your 5x7 hoop with your PE 770 with about 10 colors. Took a while. I see the value of having the multiple needles. Would be nice to have the ability to have a bigger hoop. Yes, it is fun to have the bigger hoop. There's no getting around that. It's a fact. You will find a lot of things to do when you do have the bigger hoop. But for me, what I usually just mention is, if all you can do is get the single needle 4x4 machine, don't fret about it. Because one of the things that is disconcerting a little bit that I see a lot in Facebook groups, help groups, where people come in and they ask opinions of other people, and they're like, what machine should I get? I'm thinking about getting this 4x4. And people are like, don't get the 4x4, you'll regret it. Yeah, there are some who will regret it because their sights are set bigger. But if your wallet sights are like, you need to step back a little bit from your high horse and your high expectations, then you're either going to have to wait and build up the funds to get the bigger machine, or use what you got, you know, and go ahead and get something now. And I really push the fact that there is a lot that you can do with that 4x4 machine. Even if you have to stretch just a smidge and grab the Repositional hoop off of Amazon, then do that, you know. But the thing is, don't be so hard and upset because you don't have the 5x7 or the multi-needle. Do what you can, you know, and it's okay to do what you can. So that's the reason why I say that. But if you have the ability to go multi-needle, go multi-needle. I'm serious. There's just no looking back. And that's part of the appeal of the video series that we have coming up on the different machines, because a lot of folks invest in those expensive single needle machines when they're right there at purchasing price of a multi-needle. And when you're sitting there changing out, like you said, 10 threads, 10 different colors, boy, I tell you, it'll put a hurting on you real quick. Because with the multi-needle, a lot of times I'm able to do quite a few other projects around, whether it be vinyl on my Cricut or bling on my shirts, if that's what I choose to do, or the new endeavor that we have coming up. Either way, those are things that you can do meanwhile the multi-needle is stitching in the background and you're not having to change threads. So yes, it is very well worth the investment. Even if I didn't get a bigger hoop, you know, if it was just 5x7, I'm still thrilled with not having to change all those thread colors, man. I'm just saying. But if that's what you can do, then that's what you can do. Red Roses says, please post the link for the toilet paper design. Red Roses, if you are in the Google Plus group, we will put that in the Google Plus group. Miss Social Deb says, the smaller snowballs you showed came from Etsy Stitchy Mama Designs. Okay, so Etsy store, Stitchy Mama Designs has the smaller snowballs. Susie Sarver says, yes, the freestanding lace. Freestanding lace is a lot of fun. Miss Phenomenal Creation says, hello from New Jersey. Well, welcome. We appreciate you being here, and you have your cabbage patches too. Susie Sarver says, what do you sell toilet paper for? Now, I actually have not sold any myself personally yet, but I hear the going rate is $5. Will correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty sure it's $5 for the roll of embroidered toilet paper. Joni Thurman says, Hoop Mama has a lot of nice designs for toilet paper. Is that Hoop Mama on Etsy, or is that Hoop Mama, she has a website? Let us know that, please. Kim Smith says, I still have my cabbage patch also with the birth certificate. Angelique Christie is her name. That's beautiful. That is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, my first one was Gina, so I thought that was really cool to have her little birth certificate. Sullivan Homesteader is reminding you all to please hit the like button if you are enjoying the live and the discussion that we have. And again, if you are in here and you are in the Google Plus group and you're a part of the Hoop group, hit the hashtag Hoop group for me so we can show our support for everybody that's in the Hoop group. Will says you use Cutaway. Cutaway is a good one to use for the toilet paper. Debbie says that her doll was Miss Beasley. Was your doll a cabbage patch too? That's funny. Imagine all the things that we can embroider for our dolls if we could embroider back then. How cool is that? Tracy Bradshaw, where can I go to learn how to embroider on toilet paper? I don't think I have a video out on that yet, and that was something that I intended to do. But we'll definitely see about getting a video out on that. But meanwhile, Tracy, if you just hit me up, then that's something that we can discuss either via email or in the Google Plus group or instant message. You just let me know what's the best way. Angelina says, hello family, I'm late, almost missed you guys. Well, I'm glad you made it. Thank you for being here. Red Rosa says, thanks for the TP information. You are welcome. Debbie Kidd, how much is everyone selling the toilet paper for? And Tony Collins says $8 to $10 depending on the design. Joni Thurman says $8. Will says $5.95. He said not sure about the paper towels yet. Joni Thurman, paper towels for $12. So a lot of that depends, I'm sure, on the design, right? And then, of course, the type of event that you're at. So if you're at an event where it's pretty high end and there's a lot of quality things in the area and your towels fit right in with the theme, like say for instance, I don't know, breast cancer maybe, because that's coming up this month, right? As of tomorrow, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So if you had a towel with breast cancer thing on it and you're at an event that is centered around breast cancer, well, you may be able to charge just a little bit more for that. Don't know for sure, but you can certainly give it a try. And there's a possibility it would move. Holiday events, if you're at a holiday booth fair, then there's a possibility you could get a little bit more for it, because people tend to spend a little bit more for things on holidays or around holidays. Joni Thurman, Tracy, Hoop Mama has instructions, she says. Let us see. There's more prices here. Will says, I think that's fair. The 8 to 10, I'm pretty sure. And Will says, yes, per roll. Eddie Jr., you're welcome. Christy Hogan, I do love my repositional hoop. Thanks for showing me how. You're welcome. I'm trying to tell you, the repositional hoop was a lifesaver. Once you learn how to use it, it was a lifesaver. And it made the 4x4, yes, a lot more fun, because I was able to do a little bit bigger. But because it also made me think a little bit more when it came to planning out my designs and what I was going to do, I really enjoyed it. I love my 4x4 machines. I really do. I still love my 4x4 machines. So yes, they are a lot of fun. Joni Thurman says, yes, you use large rolls of toilet paper, which makes it look fuller. Okay, so if you get the bigger bundles, like however many, 32 rolls in a package or something, you'll probably come out cheaper per roll than 25 cents. Don't know, but it's worth counting to find out. And then you're getting a bigger roll, so even though it may be a little more than 25 cents, you'll have more tissue on it, and people will probably see the value a little bit better, especially if they feel like it's a name brand. You'll probably get a better sale for that as well. Let us see. Darth Smith, having the 4x4 also helps you learn how to embroider to the edges. Then you get the repositional hoop and you learn more. When I grow up, Eve's multi-needle will be for me. Oh man, that multi-needle is a lot of fun. It really is. And the 4x4, you do learn to appreciate the space that you have and make it work, you know. And for me, that really wasn't a bad thing. It really wasn't. And I also made sure that when I did do embroidery with the 4x4, I wanted to be sure that it was on projects that the 4x4 design wouldn't be too bad. You know what I'm saying? So don't, you know, have somebody come with a full jacket back and they're like, can you embroider on this? Which you can. You can. You just have to take 4x4 designs and space them out across that jacket to make it look cute. Kind of how we did in the scarf video. You know what I'm saying? So it can be done. But the continuous full design that sometimes people want, don't bite off more than you can chew. When it comes to that, that will make it frustrating. You know, but otherwise, the 4x4 is a lot of fun. And it also allows a person to get into embroidery with a smaller investment, you know. So $300 for an embroidery machine, $350, something like that, for the bottom bare basement embroidery brother machine. then some thread, maybe another 40 bucks worth of thread, and some stabilizer, you know. So at the very most, $400 to $500 worth of funds to feel like you have everything you need to do the embroidery. And if you decide, well, embroidery just isn't for me, because that's a possibility, and that's all right, but at least you just have that small investment instead of, you know, a $10,000-$12,000 machine, and now all of a sudden you sitting there looking at that monstrosity and trying to sell it, you know, when it could have been done on a smaller avenue. And then if you start out small, it really makes you appreciate it when you go big. I will tell you that. Definitely that. Miss Bickham, hello, Baby's Booty Crew. Hello, my dear. Thank you for coming in. Late but here, and glad to see so many of the Hoop group. Blessed to be here once again. Thank you. That is awesome. Uh-oh, Debbie Kidd says she's tried $8 a roll and couldn't sell them. So maybe you'll try again for $6. Let us know how that goes for you. Again, it's based on the event that you're at. Because if there's other value things at that event, you probably won't get the higher price. You know, you really need to do your homework when it comes to pricing, which we will get into that in a moment as well, because I did promise to show the prices from the other embroidery business, and I also actually had another price list from another embroidery business, but I can't find it. I don't know what I did with it, and it's so frustrating because I was like, ooh, I can show 2 different price points, but hopefully I'll have to look it up again or see if I can't find it for the next show. Let me see. Miss Sullivan Homesteader, I have the Repo hoop, but haven't tried it yet. It intimidates you. And it can. It's actually a lot simpler than what you think. It really is. And I actually am considering doing another video, but this one a lot shorter and a little bit easier to break it down a little bit more. But definitely, if you haven't checked out the Repositional hoop video, I kind of explain the science behind it and how it works, the logistics of it. And that helps make it more understandable when it's time for you to actually do the repositional part. So it's not as intimidating. And if that still doesn't do it for you, let me know. And we'll see about doing some, you know, personal instruction to try and help you get it a little bit better. I have no issues doing that. Eddie Jr., I have a feeling the multi-needle will be a while, although I was thinking I might want to try the Repositional hoop. Give that Repo hoop a shot. Okay, definitely give that Repo hoop a shot. There is a link in the description box below to my Amazon storefront where you can click on that Repositional hoop. It is in there under embroidery. It's either under embroidery machines because that goes with the machine, or it's in embroidery accessories. And definitely try that Repo hoop out. It is awesome. And watch the video first. See if it's something you'd be interested in. But I'm pretty sure it'll work out really good for you. Let us see. Joni Thurman, you said that was a website. Okay, so that's good to know so that they can go out and purchase the Snowballs. I'm pretty sure that's what we were talking about. We done went through so much chat. I'm losing track. Eddie Jr., another idea after all of our hashtag hoop groups. Thank you. Who has their shirt? Do you have your shirt? Say me. And I should have had my shirt. And guess what? I couldn't find it. So I think somebody got a hold to it. We ain't gonna name no names, Mr. Lowry. So Eddie Jr. says another idea I had was to buy a few more single needle machines like the Brother 4x4 or another 5x7 to help with getting jobs done. Top-notch idea. That is what I did. That is what helped me really get into production in my studio and helped me crank out work. I did purchase 2 more 4x4 machines. And what I did was I actually went on Craigslist and looked for used Brother embroidery machines. And what I did was I kind of felt the people out when I sent them a message, hey, is this still available? If they sent me a message back and said yes, and I was like, what happened? Why'd you get out of embroidery? Was it not fun? And one guy told me his wife, he bought it for his wife a year ago and she didn't do anything with it, so he was selling it. So I knew there was very low hours on it. Okay. Another person was getting rid of theirs because they just didn't find it fun to do or it wasn't for them. So in those instances, those were the deals I kind of jumped on, because I knew that machine didn't take a beating for the most part, that it doesn't have a whole lot of hours on it, right? So that's a good way to get a used machine at a fairly inexpensive price. So you may want to check into doing it that way, and it makes it more affordable to stack up the machines, because I know Will has more than one, and then he ended up getting a 5x7 as well. So yes, that is one way to kind of get like a multi-needle effect going on, especially if what you're embroidering has a whole lot of stitches of one color, and then that'll let you time out the items and rotate out your projects. I had to do it. It was fun. Sometimes it was a challenge, but it's fun, and you have to keep an eye out on all those machines too, because you know as soon as you turn your back something's gonna happen. You're gonna have to check that bottom and top bobbin thread and all that other kind of stuff. So that's hilarious. But yes, Eddie Jr., that's a really good idea, and it is something that I did try, and it's affordable, a lot more affordable, because this, I'm gonna tell you something else about that. Interestingly enough, I have the multi-needle machine, and because I have the multi-needle machine, business, as soon as I got it a year ago, it's like business was like, oh, she got a multi-needle machine, let's hit her up. And so people were coming with the bigger projects and wanting bigger embroidery things done, right? So the weird thing about it is, though, that can only do one project at a time. It's a bigger project, so that's more stitches, so it takes longer. All right, so my machine is tied up on these bigger projects by itself because I only have one. It's a single machine. So even though I have the multi-needle, that doesn't mean I can have 3, 4, 5, 6 projects cranked up and going at a time. So I still have my little machines that I do use for the smaller projects when I have them, and can put them on the little machine and crank out projects with that. But again, if I don't have smaller jobs to do, if all I have are big jobs, then that machine is tied up for that one project that's on that machine, right? So having multiple machines definitely does help. Sharon Blake says you have your Barbie and Ken and Skipper dolls still. Those are fun. I know Carolina, no, not Carolina Thread, Clever Dog Designs with the Soul Art. She also does her Barbie stop motion film, so that's pretty cool. You might can join in and do some too. Christy Hogan says, what is the Hoop Group? We are the Hoop Group, Christy Hogan. If you're doing embroidery, you love embroidery, and you enjoy being in here with us, watching the baby's booty and joining in with the chat live, then you're a part of the Hoop Group. And if you're in the Google Plus group as well. Debbie Kid says it is very easy. You use cutaway with your toilet paper as well. Awesome, awesome. So let me see. Joni Thurman, yes, the design plays a big part on the price. Yeah, because the more stitches, then of course, the more the cost of the item. Dart Smith, your first sewing machine was a hand crank Singer. My goodness, that's pre-second grade. My mother was a seamstress. Cool. My first patterns were for my Barbie doll. Later, mother would pick a pattern and I'd make it and wear. That's a rich history in sewing. I'm a little jealous on that because I didn't get to sew that early. I was older in years, so that's why I'm not really that good with sewing. But I do like to sew. So that's amazing when you have a history and can continue to join in with that. Let me see. Contessa Harris, it's your first time on live. Hello. Well, welcome, Contessa. Thank you for being here with us. We really appreciate you joining in and saying hi. Eddie Jr., you also wanted to say thank you. You bought Sew What Pro and did the last job with the design you set up with Sew What Pro. That program is worth every penny. Yes. Yes. Yes, it is. I cannot say that enough. Sew What Pro is well worth the $65, and it is a workhorse, and you have yet to, you just scratched the surface of using that program. There's so much you can do, and I have a video, it's on YouTube now, but it's not live yet for the public, that's going to show how to take an existing design, take that off, and add another design to a hand sanitizer key fob. So those are simple techniques that you can pick up on, and it's like a 15 minute video. You can pick up on that technique and use the technique in other designs, right? To show how to move threads and how to switch designs around. All right, so definitely look for that. That's going to go live on Tuesday. So I'm glad you were able to benefit from purchasing the program. Thank you very much for supporting Sew It Pro. And I hope you have as much fun with your Sew It Pro program as I have. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. Velma Crisps, One of a Kind Sewing. What is the hoop group? I haven't had my brother PE 525 long and mostly do names. Stick to the basic. Whatever comes on the machine. Don't have a way to download new embroideries. Do you have a computer? Or you can actually like go to the library, I think, and download to a flash drive like this and possibly be able to get a hold to your designs. We'll have to talk about that because there could be a way to get designs to your machine. But if you have a computer, you have a way to get designs to your machine. So definitely. Ronnie's Wraps. Is there a video on the repositional hoop? Yes, ma'am, it is. You can do, you can go on YouTube and do a search for the baby's booty repo hoop or repositional hoop, and it should pull up. Velma Crisps, One of a Kind Sewing. Hubby just got me a hoop set off of Amazon. Just got them yesterday. Getting new hoops are fun. I hope you enjoy those. What machine do you have to use those on? Will says your Dollar Tree sells Angel Soft Tissue. That's what I do and tell people they are quick to pick it up then. Yeah, like I said, the name brand definitely helps. Miss Social Deb, you can use the 4x4 as a backup or second machine. That is correct. Miss Beckham, if the price is looking too high, just mark it down as a sale price or percentage off to help them sell better. Red Rosa says, how long did you embroider on a 4x4 machine before you purchased the multi-needle machine? The 4x4 machines I had for a year and a half. A year and a half. Actually, the first embroidery machine, that would put it at 2 years. Because I've had that machine for a year. So I had one embroidery machine for almost a year, and then I added the other two eventually. So that's how long I had those 2 years. Just So Boutique by Nina. Hello, just signing in. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. Contessa Harris, how can I get into the Google Plus group? There is a link in the description box below that you can click on to join the Google Plus group. Terry Samples, you had a PE 770, loved it, then went larger and gave the PE 770 to your daughter-in-law. I don't think she's ever used it though. I'm kind of wishing I had looked closer at the multi-needle. If she doesn't want her PE 770, but seriously though, tell her check out some of the videos and join in some of the groups. It may spur her to go ahead and give it a shot because you never know, it could get her into embroidery as well. Will says, you just realized we use both our hands while talking on camera. That is a habit. I talk with my hands quite a bit. And most of the time the reason why I'm not is because I'm using the mouse and scrolling through chats and stuff. Miss Social Deb says you like Scott's toilet paper or Charmin. I can usually get Scott's on sale and then use a $5 coupon. Makes it reasonable and it looks nice. I think $5 a roll is reasonable unless you get a very detailed design. Excellent advice. Linda Hipshire says, hello, how can I get into the hoop group? Well, all you have to do is click the link to the Google Plus group below, join in, and that gives you access to our Google Plus group where you can share pictures of your projects, you can ask questions, you can give commendation, and just keep up to date with everything the baby's booty. And we also have on my website, thebabiesbooty.com, where you can purchase your very own hoop group t-shirt. And that gets you in as well. That's funny. So thank you for joining in. I appreciate it. Marianne Reddick says follow the link below the title. Thank you. Terry Sample says me. Debbie says me. I'm glad. I'm glad you guys got it going on over there. Maria says, hi Eve. Sorry, I didn't realize what time it was. How are you and your mom? I'm good. Mom is okay. Mom is okay. I wish she was a little bit better. She's a lot better, actually. So let me put that out there first. She's a lot better. But she's not 100%. I'll just say that she's like 90. She's at 90%. So I shouldn't really complain, but I would like it a little bit better if she was in no pain. That's the preference. Miss Bickup, you need to purchase a t-shirt. You don't need to purchase a t-shirt, Linda. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. It would be fun just to join in and have whimsical times with it, but just to join in on the Google Plus group, get you in with the Hoop group. Let us see. Let's see. Miss Social Deb, questions on the shirt. Do they run big or loose in the middle, or t-shirts don't fit me well most of the time? Miss Social Deb, I kept it simple, and they're just plain generic t-shirts by Gildan. They're Gildan shirts, but they're the basic shirts. I don't do the fitted ones because there's a lot of folks that men or they don't like the way it fits or the sleeves, so it's just a basic tee, and I go up to 5X in the Gildan t-shirts. And those, it's better to purchase them on my website, but I also have on my Streamlabs, which is how I do my videos, there's a store there as well where you can purchase the shirts, but those I don't send out. They're made and sent out for me. Darth Smith, Rejure, mom's favorite. Thank you, Eve. Prayers abound as mom. Oh no, I did not know his mom passed away. I'm sorry to hear that. We Rejure for the 4 months we gave home care. I learned so much about how to give care here on time this evening and future. I'm sorry to hear that. Please give my condolences to your husband. I know you guys were taking care of her, and I'm sorry to hear that. Miss Social Deb says, I think I will buy another machine around Christmas or first of the year and look for any specials. Black Friday, last year they did not. The year before they did not. But the year before that they had an embroidery machine on Black Friday sale. I'm hoping that they'll have one this year. So check out Black Friday. You never know. As far as Walmart is concerned, a lot of times they'll have a Black Friday sale. And I think the place in Joann's Fabrics has something on Black Fridays as well. I'm not 100% sure. I meant to catch up with them on that. Let us see. Miss Darth Smith says, no worries, she's watching us. She loved the embroidery. Oh man, I'm glad to hear that. Ruth Wilson says, I found you. Well, I'm glad you found us, Miss Ruth Wilson. Thank you for joining us here on the Baby's Booty channel. Miss Social Deb uses cutaway with her toilet paper. Tracy Bradshaw says she loves being a part of the Hoop group. I'm glad you do. We love having you as a part of the Hoop group. Darth Smith, Eve, mother probably sent me here to connect with your mom. Well, I appreciate that, and I will definitely let her know that. And did you get my email, actually, Darth Smith? I sent you an email. I want to know, did you get that email from me? BJ Alvarez says, remember, thumbs up for Eve, everyone. I would appreciate it if you would click like if you enjoyed this video, because we are coming close to 9 o'clock. Matter of fact, I think it is 9 o'clock. 9:03. So we're about to wrap up here. So yes, if you will give a thumbs up, that will be awesome. If you'll subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. We have new videos coming out. Exciting series of videos. We have a fall fashion video coming up this week. I believe that one will be released on Wednesday. We did the scarf video last week. And we also do our Hoop group weekly meetup here Sundays at 8 p.m. And it's live where you can ask questions and get your questions answered. Oh no, I about ran out of time for the prices again. Oh, let me see. I might can squeeze out another 15 minutes. Who knows? Let me see. I can attest to the fact that So What Pro is a great beginner program. Eve's website has the link. That would be thebabiesbooty.com. Pamela says, hello. Anyone ever use Fancy Works Studio? I have not. So if you use Fancy Works Studio, hit a message up to Miss Pamela. Miss Bickham says, my aunt let me use her mint condition Singer treadle machine, and you kind of get a workout, but I loved it. She unfortunately passed, and I've been trying to talk my cousin into selling it to me. That sounds like a lot of work for someone. That would be fun to play with, though. Velma says the Brother PE 525, and I have a laptop. Oh, cool. My brother might be able to fix it, but I will try the flash drive when you get one. Okay. So the laptop is the best way to get connected to the machine and get your designs over to the machine. So let us know how that goes, especially if you're in the Google Plus group. Keep me connected on that. Dark Smith, Eve, am I correct that you began by embroidering for your grandbabies and turned that into a business? I actually began embroidering for a friend who had a baby, because at that time we didn't have little grandbabies. So I didn't begin with them, but embroidering for friends who were getting pregnant and having kids, that's pretty much how I got in. So yes, it was with babies. So I did start out doing a lot of baby things. So yes, ma'am. BJ Alvarez says, you hope Bickham gets the treadle machine. Man, she's gonna get a workout if she does. Debbie Kidd says, I had my 4x4 machines for about 5 years, and then you brought a brother 6 needle. And it takes time, and the more you sell and sock away and not blow all your money on embroidery designs like I did, you can save up and definitely reach that goal. It is quite attainable. Red Rosa says, you are such an inspiration. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. I appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Darth Smith says, I love E's Google Plus group. Been missing the fellowship. We'll be back by next week, and we look forward to having you back. I did miss you, because I did send an email and wanted to make sure you have not, but you checked, and we'll thank you. Okay, I appreciate that. Let me see. Tony Collins, I picked up my single Futura XL400 is an Amazon warehouse deal. The box was slightly damaged, but everything was there, and I got a great deal. Well, congratulations, ma'am. We need to ring the bell for you. Tony Collins, congratulations on your Singer Futura XL400. Let us know what projects you make with your baby, and give your baby a name. Don't forget to name the baby. Eddie Jr. says, you love the Amazon warehouse deals. I'm gonna have to find Amazon warehouse deals when I find them. They're not good deals. Marge Campbell says, you have fancy works. It's true, you do the work digitizing software, no click and stitch. Well, that's pretty much how I do digitizing as well. Velma Crisp's One of a Kind Sewing. What is the Google Plus group? The Google Plus group is kind of like a Facebook page, Facebook group, but it's on Google Plus instead. Google Plus is kind of like Facebook, but far less dramatic. And I put it over there because not everyone was wanting to deal with Facebook. So the Google Plus group is over there. So if you click on the link below, it will allow you to request to be in the group, and I'll make sure that you get in there. Darth Smith says she was putting your age at 50 plus. Whose age? Mine? Oh my goodness. I didn't know who. Because I'm not 50, not yet. My mom is. Actually, she's a little bit older than 50, if I'm not mistaken. Will says final patch is sewing out now. Whoop, that's what's up. So real quick. Now I am showing, here is a local embroidery shop. I did get to tour the shop when I went a few months ago, and they do embroidery. They also do screen printing, heat transfers, laser engraving. They was doing rhinestones, but they were getting out of it. Decals, business signs. They did a lot at that particular location. But I also wanted to find out, because at one point I was getting super busy and wanted a resource that I could turn to and say, hey, I got this order. Can you please do this order for me so I can get it out the way? And that's what I was going to do. So I went and got their pricing. All right. So if you go there, their prices are based on 6,000 stitches. All right. So in other words, their minimum cost is 6,000 stitches. So if you come in there with a design that's 2,000 stitches, doesn't matter. It's going to be bumped up to 6,000 stitches, and that's what the minimum is. And that's pretty much what my minimum is as well. Now for theirs, to digitize a logo at their location is $89. All right, so you can take your logo to them, they'll digitize it. It'll be $89 at their location. Also, for embroidery, if you have just one thing that you bring to them to get embroidered, and you bring your own item, it's $15 for a minimum of 6,000 stitches. And I'm sure the stitches go up. I remember seeing that somewhere, but right now I'm showing $15 to bring it yourself. If you purchase the item, the blank, from them, like you pick out one of the hats there in the store and say, okay, that's the hat I want to embroider on. Or in my case, if someone calls and say, well, I need my logo on some hats, 10 hats, and I go purchase the hats, it's less, because it's less of a risk as well. So if you purchase the items at their location, it's $8. It's $8 per for one item based on 6,000 stitches. Now they do cut a deal if you have more items that you're bringing in. So for 2 to 3 items that you bring in, then it's $13 each, minimum of 6,000 stitches. If it's something that you purchase there, they knock the price from $8 down to $6.50 per item. If you have 4 to 11 items, then and you bring them, it's $11. If you purchase it there, it's $6.50. So the lowest that they'll go on anything is $6.50. So even if you have more than 12 items, it's $6.50. But if you have more than 12 items and you bring your own item, it's $10 is the minimum that they will do. And here is the price list there. I don't know, let me see if it'll zoom in. There you go. So if you know, this is a generic price to let you know some of the prices that are out there. This, as I mentioned, is a brick and mortar location, meaning it is a physical store, and it's in a pretty high-end type part of town. And these are their prices currently. These are their prices. The other location, I wish I could remember what their prices was, and I wish I had their price list with me because I like to compare. I'm one of those that like to know, you know, more than one source and see what we can come up with. But that's some price lists, and I been trying to get that price list to you guys for the last couple of lives, and I apologize for taking so long with that. But we can get back into it a little bit more in a future live. And what we'll do then is, hopefully by then I'll have the other price list again, and we can compare the two and discuss that in more detail. Now next week, what do we have coming up for next week? Next week we are going to look into heat transfers, heat transfer paper, and cutting machines. So I'm going to see about possibly having Mr. Justin in regards to the cutting machines. I've been searching for a cutting machine this week. Actually, this weekend I was shopping for the Brother Scan and Cut, the Brother Scan and Cut 2 actually, and I can't find it. I cannot find it in a store anywhere in this area, and it's actually been irritating me pretty bad the last couple of days. They're online. I can find them online at QVC. I can find it at Walmart online. There's a couple of places online where I can get it, but I kind of like wanted to touch it and see it in person and deal with it, and I can't find it. So that's something that I may not go with the Brother Scan and Cut for that reason, because I can't find it. And I know the new one comes out next week, if I'm remembering correctly, the newest model. And I've been watching YouTube videos on it, and I'm not pleased with the newest. Okay. BJ, I do have 2 Cricut machines. And the thing that I'm looking for is not something Cricut offers right now. So the Brother Scan and Cut actually will scan the item that you're sending. So because I'm going to be doing heat transfers for a project that I accepted a job for, the heat transfers need to be cut out and trimmed. Okay, well, I can actually scan it into the Brother Scan and Cut machine and trim around the outside of it that way. But Cricut is a little bit different. Robin Bryant, are you talking about the newest one, or are you talking about the 2? Because that's where I'm getting a lot of. I'm concerned with that newest one, and I'm not pleased with not being able to find the 2, because if they're trying to phase it out, then how are you going to get parts and stuff to it? So that's why I'm considering doing actual plotter cutting machine, the industrial type. So Miss Social Deb, thank you very much. I really appreciate the super chat. That is amazing. Thank you very much. And again, I will be selling the the scarves on my website. They will go live tomorrow, and doing that live tomorrow, or letting those go live tomorrow, I will let you guys know it is a like fundraiser type thing. So trying to get some vlogging equipment. So really excited about that, because I have some outside videos that I'm really excited about doing, and I want to go a little bit better than using my cell phone. Probably reaching too high, but it's the end that I'm trying to get to. Eddie Jr., you mentioned earlier, and I want to scroll back because I saw that and I want to address it. You also discovered the SNS Computing Embroidery Letters freebie program. I set up an alphabet set I got off Embroidery Library, and it helped a lot. Well, I am glad that helps you, because the being able to type in or arrange letters easier is a lot of fun. So I wanted to make sure I read that correctly, and I did not. So that's why I went back and read it again. So I'm glad that does help. BJ Alvarez, you do, and we'll be looking for a big bell ringing for that, since it's an extra sewing machine. Hilarious. And you do need to work out, and it's good if the power goes out, you can sew the candlelight. Ma'am, if the power goes out, I'm going to bed. Ruth Wilson, if you want to join the Who group, click in the Google Plus description below and join in on the group. Let me see. I want to make sure. Maria says, you spent the week learning to work with your Destiny 2. I've learned a lot. I've practiced working with all the stitches that it can do, and I make a few bookmarks for the grants. Bookmarks are fun too. There's a lot of really creative bookmarks, especially at Designs by Little B. She has a lot of really cute bookmarks there. Will mention something that I need to point out. This coming Friday is the last day to purchase the October embroidery kits. So if you want to do the stitch along for the month of October and get your 4 spools of thread, just like we did the dishwasher magnet together, well, Friday's the last day to get in on the awesome project that's coming up for October. And we did get a sneak peek on Will's YouTube channel of the colors that are going to be for October. They are absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So definitely jump in on that deal, but Friday's the last day to get in for the month of October. Terry Samples, several weeks ago you saw one at Joann's. Well, from what I understand, Joann's has kicked Brother products to the curb. They are no longer carrying Brother products, so I am not able to find one at Joann's. And I went to Michael's today actually, because Michael said they had them, and they have the older version. They don't have the 2. They have the one before the 2, and that one is not the one I'm looking for. So trying to figure that out. My brother dealer, BJ Alvarez, the reason, now I probably could try my brother dealer, and I'll give them a call tomorrow. That's a really good idea, because I think I did see one there actually. But I don't know that they'll price match, because the price that I found online is probably not the price they're going to sell it for. So I'll have to check and see. Cricut Maker seems to be the best according to Robin Bryant. It would be if I can get it to cut where I want it to, and scan in and let it see what I have on the mat to make it easier for me to cut out around it. So that's what I'm looking for it for. Debbie Kidd said, I would love to get a small cutter for shows. I want it cheap and easy to learn. If anyone has suggestions, please let you know in the Google Plus group. You want to do Santa sacks and stuff. Small cutter, about the most inexpensive you'll probably get is a Cricut Air type machine, because the prices all go up from there. And Cricut it's a decent machine. It is. Now, you may not be able to use it at a show because you have to have the internet in order to use the Cricut machine. So if you're at a show and you're trying to cut something out, it's not going to work if you're not connected to the internet. So that's for me with Cricut, I don't like that. Barbara, I'm hoping to get it. She said she had it 6 months and haven't used it. I'm trying to find one. You just seen Scan and Cut 2 on sale on the brother site. Yep, and again, I saw it at Walmart. Thank you, Miss Bickham. Walmart and somewhere else, but I didn't want shipping. I wanted to go get it. And if I do get it, I will need it as fast as possible for this particular project. So that was part of the other reason why I was trying to hurry up and get it. But I'm going to call the dealer like BJ suggested, and hopefully it'll be there. Just So Boutique by Nina. I have a Cricut Expression, old but still works like a charm, except for not being able to use the Cricut Design Space. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. I do like Cricut Design Space. It's pretty cool. Glam Glam, Miss Eve. I have yet to open my Scan and Cut 2. I'm waiting on you to teach a class. Well, if I can't find it, I'm not going to be able to teach a class. So I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time finding it to go get it. If I can't find it online tomorrow, if I can't find it in person tomorrow, I won't have a choice. I'm going to have to get it online, and I really didn't want to. Let me see. I would love to learn how to use the brother Scan and Cut. I want to do some quilting, but I haven't done so because I'm terrible at cutting out the pieces. I do enjoy using my Cricut to cut out. Now, you can use the Cricut to do it too, but I do love my Cricut for cutting fabric. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Dar Smith, if you good souls are on Google Plus, please flag me. I want to say hello and follow you too. Dar Smith says, how about a portable press? A portable press. The one that I just purchased is about the lightest that I've come across. But heat presses are pretty expensive, heavy. They're very heavy. So if you want portability, the Cricut Easy Press is actually a good deal. And it's an excellent heat press. Now, for professional quality, it's pretty close for it to be a project heat press. But the reason why I say that is because a commercial heat press or the larger heat presses, they all have pressure knobs to them. Because like the project that I'll be working on is going to need high pressure in order for the job to get done per piece. So if I can't turn the crank up and put the pressure on like I need to, then the project is not going to transfer like it's supposed to. Whereas a Cricut heat press, you know, you can press it on, but it's not going to transfer completely or as cleanly or as good as it's supposed to, because you can't put that pressure on that heat press, on the Cricut press, like you can with a heat press and lock it down. So portable, I would say use the Cricut. If you have something simple like vinyl, you can use the Cricut for that. It works just good. Darth Smith, unless you have a smarter than me phone to use as the Wi-Fi, you can use the Scan and Cut at a show. Yes, you can use the Wi-Fi, I think, but you have to be able to connect the Cricut and the computer with the Wi-Fi. So I did not want to do monthly payments, Just So Boutique by Nina. I was just gonna pay right out for it because I am not a fan of payments. you guys, thank you very much. Justin, I don't think it's in here. So I am sorry about that, but I'll try and let him know that you asked about the VersaCam. Debbie Kidd, you have a plotter, but it's too large to take to shows. And Sheila Cushionberry says good night to all and a happy embroidering. And I am going to say that as well. Why you can't get in? Hang on, y'all. I have a visitor. She probably wants to say hello, I guess. I don't know why that didn't work for you, but it should have. Probably because it's dark. You can go to work? Come say hi. This is my 19-year-old. This is Rebecca. And I'm trying to get her in on a embroidery project video. You guys tell her she needs to join in. She's being a little bit on the difficult side. This is my clown, my class clown child. So yeah, that's why she's being crazy. And get ready to go to work. She works third shift at the hospital. How fun is that? Woo! So at any rate, you guys, thank you for being here with us. I was running a little bit late, but they say, Rebecca, come on in, join in. And Miss Bickham says hi. So you guys, you have an excellent night. Thank you for joining in and discussing all the fun things that we can do with embroidery. And it doesn't have to be all stuffy and closed up embroidery and oh my god, just the end of the world. All I do is work embroidery. It can be fun projects too. So I look forward to sharing more projects with you guys in the future, and I look forward to you guys joining in on some of the videos that we have upcoming this week. Also, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to our channel. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And until the next time, we want you to have
a happy embroidery.
Happy embroidery.
I still did not know what you
So you guys have a good night and thank you. We'll see you next week. Bye.